Academics, sports and physiology.
They call you all kind of names, this and that, and then they come out
Study
from
life, we chase the dream.
the discrepancy.
Welcome, and thank you for joining us at A.S.A.P. Academic Sports and Physiology. And on this show, we talk all about sports and trying to make that connection with young people, building character, developing athletes, and teaching life skills. And my name is Juanita Goodwell, and I'm your host for tonight. And I'm joined by two other coaches, prominent coaches in the area, Bruce Stevens and JJ Foster. Welcome tonight, guys. How are you guys doing? How's your summer going? How's it been? I know it's been a while since we all been at the table together, so it's good to be back with the crew. So how are you guys been?
Hey, everything's been going good. Well, of course, I got a new hip now, so I had hip replacement surgery, so I'm feeling a lot better.
That is awesome.
And I'm honored to be sitting here next to Charlie Brown's buddy, Joe Cool over here.
So cool.
Hey man, you know, summertime, the sun is out.
You just have to look. You have to keep it
in the sun. I'm gonna be here representing inside the studio. How y'all doing? Y'all headed down last week. How'd it go, man? Give me some highlights last week. What did people learn?
We talked about your nephew's summer track program, my son BJ, a lot about what's going on with that. And as a matter of fact, they're leaving tonight or tomorrow, headed to regionals for Rockford, Illinois. So they had a lot of kids that made it through, and so I'm going to be traveling Saturday to go there to watch them do that also.
So I had summer ball this summer, and one of my girls is on the team and was preparing for this week, so she couldn't play in this week's summer games to get ready for that. So
also. How are you guys going? I know this is full time for high school basketball. I know a lot of people don't realize that, but because this is probably you guys get this month, and then you got to take off for July, right? Yeah, for the moratorium. So how is it? I know there's a lot of camps going on, and you guys are going to those camps playing, and the Charlie Hughes?
Charlie Hughes this
coming
weekend.
up. Now they have Charlie Hughes for women also.
They do.
Okay, so I know that's a big one. Are you guys participating in the Charlie Hughes?
Well, we didn't. So I had a very challenging summer to get started. So we're in one of those rebuild modes, and so my summer team consisted of a sophomore, 6 freshmen, and 3 8th graders.
So you probably just doing a lot of drills and development right now, huh?
Well, we did. We participated in the Carroll League, and we got into one shootout. And we played at the varsity level, and I was really impressed with the energy and effort I got with these girls. It was a good development summer for us. So, but we're finished. So for right now, we'll get started after the moratorium break.
Hey, back in the day when she said she had 6 freshmen, they was the best freshmen in the city.
Oh yeah,
they were still
they're not the best. Yeah,
6'2"
we'll
to
make them
6'4".
there. Are you guys doing Charlie Hughes or?
Yeah, we're going down Sunday. It was filled up quick, but we're going down Sunday.
So you're just gonna play on Sunday then?
Yes, yeah. They give you 2 games. That's the thing. Charlie Hughes, like I tell folks, sponsored by the Coaches Association, so it's a necessary evil. But as far as the cost and the number of games, that what we pay to get 2 games, we typically get 3 games. So,
right. Did they match you up with a top team?
That's the other thing. Like last year, we played our 4 games was against all the top teams, and went down there. That's how I knew we would be have a pretty special season this past year, because I watched them, and you going up against 6'7", 6'8",
right,
and them teams, they don't have guys that are going both ways. They full schedule, mid-season form, running their stuff. Yeah. And it's like, wow.
No football.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Not going both ways. You got all basketball players.
Yeah.
It's a roster of 15. Yeah. And it's like, it's something. So it's funny because my guys are talking right now, and they understand it. And this year, we got Bedford, North Lawrence, and we have Westfield. So, no slouches. Got to come ready.
A lot of that's based on because they look at what you did the previous year.
They did. They look at what you did, and then your 4A status. So, last year, like I said, we played, everybody that was ranked.
Now, you guys played in some other tournaments earlier this year.
Oh, yeah. Right now, we're going into this last weekend. We are 26-3.
Wow.
And
Wow.
that, with that's trying to get some of these younger guys develop to where I'm not just relied on 6 guys. And at the end of the day, we're still a bunch of little guys.
Yes.
I'm waiting on Stevens or somebody, out there. Can I get me a 6'4", 6'5"? Just get just one.
Like I used to, when we were at Al Gooden, we got 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", and then I remember when I took over at New Haven, we were 6'8", 6'9" when he was there. As soon as he leave, I was like, everybody's my size. What is it, based on what the size of the coach? But you know how that is. You play with what you have.
Well, hey, I got a 6'8" coach. They need to follow suit. Yeah.
Are you guys? What's the senior count for you guys this year?
6 seniors.
6.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe even 7. I think 7. Yeah, if we count. Yeah, because I think 7.
Okay.
Now I don't know how you guys
so.
how you guys do it, but I know when I used the summer, like you said, for developmental, kind of. I would let some of the top guys that I knew was going to play. I would let them play just to see how they were going to mesh. But after that, it was more of I wanted to see some guys in a situation playing against better players and how they were going to act. Guys that may have been JV or didn't play a lot. And a lot of those games I didn't coach myself. I let my staff do most of that just so I would sit up at the top and scout our team. I don't know how you guys.
Well, definitely you would have a mix of who you have on the court because you want to see how they gel and mesh with each other.
Right.
But for this summer, this was the first time we've been in the Carroll League for a couple of years because I haven't had enough girls to commit to a summer schedule. So this is the first time, and when we got out there the first night, all coaches, Belmont coach, Lures, oh my God, it's so good to see you out here, back out here, because it's been a minute since we've been out there. But to be able to do what we did, we didn't win any games, but it's just the youth and just helping them to mentally develop this summer was just impressive. So because I might be relying on these 6 freshmen very heavy this year, so it was a good task for them to take on.
Good.
So.
Yeah, but to answer your question, you over here acting like Ryan Haywood, like you don't know the answer to something. I don't coach in the summertime, man.
But they don't know that. I got to ask the question for the audience.
But I gotta be silly for the audience. But yeah, no, my philosophy again, if I'm getting on kids in June and July, come November and December, what they gonna do? They're gonna tune me out. So therefore, again, I'm giving my younger coaches, opportunity to develop a relationship with the guys and get them that experience. And we basically, and again, what I like about my group and the experience, I like giving guys a message and watching them go out and execute and work through things themselves. So then when you get in the season, it makes your job that much more easy.
Yeah, I mean, because we all know the best teams are the ones that had leaders and the ones that could actually coach themselves on the court or make adjustments because of what they've been taught and what they learned. And that kind of, for me, I'm going to try to segue a little bit after saying that. That kind of brings up the NBA Finals.
Okay.
And when you look at the Spurs, I felt that the Spurs may have had better talent. They weren't a better team because they didn't have that, I don't want to say senior, but they didn't have that veteran leadership that could bring them through.
Definitely what was
no
missing.
one that could make adjustments on the court. And they had a young coach also. But even with a young coach, you got to have somebody on the court that can bring your unit together. I didn't see that with the Spurs, but I definitely saw that with the Knicks. They were down, but they never gave up. I don't know. What's your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I just give a little pushback. You said they may have had better talent. I'd have to disagree. Just going into that, shout out to Till Martin. Like he said, hey, the Knicks got the better team, but I kind of was like, you, what you mean? But when you go down, you take each player individually. Knicks, you sweat that. Now, if you talk about
I would
potential,
agree with that if you go all 12 players. Because the Knicks were much deeper. I agree with you.
But even their starting 5. So you're taking Vassell over. I mean Bridges. Those guys are all proven commodities. So even to your point, the Spurs are young,
yes.
up and comers.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Even what Harper did, you don't know what Harper's going to do in that situation.
You're right.
Talent-wise, yeah. Is he going to be better than some of them guys? Yeah. But we're talking about what the Knicks have done is a proven commodity.
Oh, yeah.
Because
of that, you're right. They prove what they can do going in. And, I mean, I really wanted to see the Knicks win because I wanted to see New York get one. And I also knew they were going to act a fool.
Win, lose, or draw. We already said that.
We talked about that.
I mean, but I do think the veteranship is also something that was available for the Knicks. That they just didn't have that kind of either experience or just that, from the Spurs side. There was just a lot of that youth that was just energized to play, right? But in moments,
and sometimes
it just
you
got
look
a little
at
ugly.
sometimes when you looked at the Spurs, it's almost like they didn't understand what their role was. Whereas you look at someone like Karl Anthony Towns, who likes to shoot threes and do certain things, but he pulled back a little bit, started playing more defense.
He was key.
And he had great passes out top, attacked the basket. OG knew what his job was. Those guys was like, okay, this is my role. This is what I'm going to do. Shamet coming off the bench and doing things. And then with the Spurs, they just kept doing the same thing. Never adjusted.
To a degree, because they would adjust in between games.
Yeah.
Like you have a big fella Wemby shooting all threes, everybody on him. So then what do you do? Open up first half, that 29-point game. What do you do?
Right.
Everything was to the hole the first half. Then the second half, they start shooting all threes.
Yes. They get back to what they
correct. So in-game adjustments is what they struggle with.
Right. And that's what I meant. Mostly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And to further that point, people was blaming the coach. They was like, oh, man, that coach, man, this, that, that. And I'm like, man, that ain't on the coach. That's on the players. Then they said, hey, I watched you play. I watched your teams play. You took a timeout, and you got us somebody that I started thinking. And I said, if Coach Pop is there, they don't lose that game.
No.
Because he's doing just that. He's going to take that timeout. He can say, man, y'all better not shoot near another three.
And knowing Pop, he might put in a whole new 5 and say, this is all you're going to do.
Now, to your point,
Yep.
why would when they were taking Wemby out and gave him a rest?
Right.
Anyway, they let him play with 29. We're up. Let me let this dude rest because I'm gonna tell you a stat that nobody's talked about heavily. But Wemby only averaged 29 minutes a game during regular season. In the finals, he played 40. So now you tell me down the stretch, he was winning. He was tired. Them grown men was beating on him.
And that's another reason why he stayed outside in the second half.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Yep.
So yeah.
But it was good. I mean, you know what? It was exciting to see 2 new teams.
It was.
It was, and I think the future in the NBA. I don't know how many more we're going to have so-called dynasties where teams are going 3-0. I don't know how much because it's just a lot of parity in the league and a lot of good teams. And I don't even know if the Knicks should be even.
Get out the
East. Coming in.
Yeah, get out the East. No question.
I mean,
if we got a dynasty and somebody wins 3, that means they didn't just put it together and won.
Right.
Before dynasties was a head above heel talent-wise. That's not the case.
No.
So yeah.
So now and hey, teams are making changes now to try to do that. What do you think about Giannis going to the Heat?
Hey, him and Bam. Go ahead, Coach. I heard you hesitate. What you got, Coach?
Well, no, I guess my it's been a move that's been in the works. Like he's kind of had his toe in the water. Like he's had an itch for it. And but I don't know that Miami's getting best the best part of the deal here. I mean, because he has such already attachment to him. Like he has this. Already other stuff already around him.
Right.
So
I mean,
they're going to have it.
Go ahead.
My only thing with that, I look at Giannis, Bam, and Portis. That's a heck of when you talk defensively. That's a heck of a front line. And then the other part, because again on paper you look at that like, oh, they ain't got no shooting, they ain't got this, that, the other. They still got Pat Riley in the front office. They got Spost coaching. So I trust them guys, and I trust Riley to put the pieces around him and then watch what happens.
Right, and then you still got Norman Powell, who if he stays there, he can fill that thing up. The problem with him is he likes a lot of touches, so he's going to have to adjust his game a little bit. But it should be interesting. I mean, Bam and Giannis, whew. That's something.
That's it. Come through there.
I think I could play point guard for that team. Give me the ball. Hey, here you go.
It makes it a little easier, doesn't it?
Giannis getting it going coast to coast, dribbling past you anyway.
Right, exactly. Hey, I'm gonna stay back on defense.
Hey,
And then we just had another trade. LaMelo Ball.
Timberwolves.
Yeah, the Timberwolves got rid of Naz Muhammad and for LaMelo Ball. That one kind of confused me a little bit.
And you forgot they got rid of Randall prior to picking up LaMelo.
Yeah, you're right. So that one kind of confused me a bit in the fact that, I think we discussed it. Nas is going to step in for Randall. We know Nas can shoot it. We know he's got length. He can play defense. I don't know how much LaMelo can slow down and play with other people,
Well, we about to find out. And that's the beauty of it. Because just like you talk about my man one touches on Miami. when you play with certain squads, your role is something.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get better players and better talent, it's all about, are you going to acquiesce and do what you're supposed to do, or are you ain't? So we're going to see. I think it's a great opportunity. Him and Ant, if he come in, he going to be, hey, give it up, and he can take some pressure off Ant.
Right.
And obviously he can give it up. What they going to do with Gobert? They had him in talks of trade. You heard that. But I think Gobert
they gotta
is.
keep him.
Really?
I mean, well, what else you gonna have right now unless you can get somebody?
Yeah,
Defensively, you know what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
yeah.
You definitely have to put the right people together. So, the draft, kind of lines up with what's been going on with all of that, and it was good to see a Kansas, Jayhawk. A couple of the Jayhawks made a move up to the NBA. But any surprises there for you guys after the draft? And it was that,
big surprise for me is A.S.A.P.
Going that low?
Going that low.
Yeah.
I mean, a talented guy, proven. And I know they put some stuff out there about him, a work ethic and all this, that, the other. Man, it's just so funny, so ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I'm always, like I said, I'm at that. We'll see when we get there. But I can't believe that they let him slide. I mean, everything else, even your guy Peterson. Now they talked about him having the cramps,
right,
and things, and that kind of made sense. And Jay Billis is another somebody that I trust, and like he was talking about, in the season, everybody was on him. Oh, this dude, he does, he that. Mm-hmm. But like Billis said, I watched the game. He had 18 in the first half, and then they come out. He said, I've never in my life heard a player said, "Hey, I'm gonna stop myself from having 35 or 40."
Right.
He said, unless you really hurt, no way.
Right.
And I agree.
That was in watching those games. That was hard to understand that, and I'm just he definitely is dealing with something, right?
Right.
Dude,
when it happens more than once, it's got to be something going on. And here's the thing, especially from being coaches, we understand how things go. When you get to that level, you're a competitor. All right, you've been a competitor probably all your life. Even if you've been better than everybody, you're still competing. Those guys, as we know, the top players, they're usually always in the gym. They're always competing. So it's when something happens like that, it's hard for me to say that he quit. It's just hard for me to say that because I understand what they've gone through. Because he can flat out play, and I think Utah just changed their playoff team, in my opinion.
But that was that close this
year,
wasn't
with
it?
everything that they have, they should be a playoff team. Put it that way. They're just as young like the Spurs are, but with the marketing and
man, I'm glad we talking about what's a playoff team, and I don't mean to on y'all,
no,
but
hey,
we go. Austin Reeves just signed.
Oh,
what y'all think about?
Was it 184 million?
What y'all think about? What are the Lakers doing? Explain that to me. And is LeBron gonna be there? Is he staying?
I don't think LeBron's staying. I don't think LeBron's staying.
Y'all explain that to me.
Yeah,
unless they bring somebody in.
I'm looking at what they moves that they're making, and I mean it's just like it really isn't making sense. But as a Lakers fan, it's time for a redo.
Yeah.
It's time for a redo.
Where are they gonna get the money? They keep giving out all these high contracts. They got to be the salary cap.
Yeah.
So.
And I think LeBron gone. They keep sending out these little subliminals.
Yeah.
All of a sudden stuff get linked. I think he's gone.
Yeah.
Because I think to your point where they get the money, they think he's going to take a team-friendly deal. But
no.
And y'all signed Austin Reed. Austin Reed, I don't care how good we say he is. Heck of a story. But
right, yeah. And he can play now. He can play.
Who is he guarding?
Right. Well, him and Luka, who they guarding?
That's exactly. Right. You're down with. I told you I sat here on studio.
Yeah, I mean, you got both of them out there, you in trouble.
You're in trouble.
And then nothing against LeBron. He probably guards better than them, but at 41, 42, he can't
ain't
guard.
Saying nothing.
Yeah.
But go back to both these teams, the Knicks and the Spurs, man, defending at high levels. The Thunder defending at high levels. Man, I love them games, man.
I did too, because it made you think back of the old school games.
Yeah, them cats
like they let them play.
Yeah,
they let them play.
94 feet going up and down. Oh, I love it. That dang Castle, play hard.
Yes, and that's what I love. And getting on back with Knicks, because I watched Jalen Brunson when he was in high school, and it was actually by a mistake because I was trying to watch Okafor. Remember Okafor, the big fella that Jahlil Okafor that played with Duke. they were talking about him, All-American, and I was like, oh, WGN is showing a game. I'm going to watch him. So Okafor is playing, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing this little guy on there. I was like, man, this dude is killing him. Who is this cat? And they say Brunson. I say, oh, it must be Rick Brunson's son.
Yeah.
And I remember calling my buddy Jerome Hogue, and I was like, man, Rick Brunson got a son. This kid going to be nasty, but he's small. But then he goes to Villanova, and he wins. And they say he's too small. He goes to Dallas. He has to back up Luka. Yeah, but he can't do it. I mean, talking about stories, this dude is a winner. You can look at talent, but you also got to look at, is he a winner?
I mean, a lot of times it's not your talent is one thing, but it's that mindset.
Yes,
and
that's what I was gonna say. Not to hijack your show, Coach, but we gonna stick on that because there's something else that I told folks. Pay attention. The Knicks, he won at every level: high school championship, 2 college championships, now NBA. Look on his team: Cat national championship. His 2 teammates, which
the Nova Knicks.
There you go, the Nova Knicks. That can't be understated. They both. Man, you have to have winners. People, people that come from that winning environment, they know how to win.
They know how to win.
That can't be overstated.
Right.
So.
And that's the reason why they could come from those big deficits, because they always felt if we could just do this, we can win. There was never, no one put their head down. They always felt they could win.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And that's definitely one of the, hopefully a takeaway that young people can, look at that. A lot of the summer, a lot of times, like we're playing for our first game of the summer. Because we had some adjustments at the last minute. I'm taking this young team, and they put us up against Norwell. Oh. Well, with the team that I should have had, we probably would have been competitive, very strong. But I just told the girls, I'm like, they're champions. Yeah, they got some size. Yeah, they went to jumped to 4A and went to the state game. Go play. I mean, first half was awesome. I just didn't have enough to stay with it in the second half, right? And so
something to build on.
But but that's that mindset, right? It's just you got to stay in it, you got to stay with it, and having these kids, kind of stay there. If you're going to be on the court, that's where you got to be.
Yeah.
If there's still time on the clock, you got to go get it.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
And back to the draft, real quick, I will say this: them top 10. I mean, this is the first time in a long time I think all these cats are going to have an impact. They can play. They're going, everybody's going to have a nice role, whatever team that they're on,
right?
Because these cats can play.
Yeah, and I like to finish out. Happy to see Braden Smith and what's my guy from Newcastle that was on the team with him at Purdue. The big fella.
Oh yeah.
The big strong guy. They both got drafted, and I think they're with the Pacers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so Brady Smith was drafted by Chicago.
You a fan, boy. You stuck it out that long.
Yeah. and Brady Smith, I didn't. I was at the Fever game, but then I went back and looked on ESPN to see, and I saw all the people that was drafted, so I didn't get to see it the second day.
Brady Smith might get Damon Bailey treatment. They might pay him even if he don't make the team just to be hanging around.
Hey, but even if he don't, that Noblesville team going to be sold out every night.
Yeah, that part
but the big guy that was really good at Purdue.
He got 2 names.
Yes, exactly. Kaufman Wren.
There you go.
Kaufman Wren. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yep. Both of them are. I think Chicago got them and traded them to the Pacers, and the same with Wren. So they're happy to see those guys at least get a shot.
Oh, is it true that the Pacers didn't have any picks in this draft, or
they may not have? I'm not sure. I didn't get. They didn't have any of the first round, but I didn't get to see the second round. Okay. But again, they got their picks from trades, so who knows?
Okay.
Yeah, so
and they got a Halliburton, #1 pick.
Somebody keeps trying to push a.
Yeah, I hope he's
jersey.
I see him at all the Fever games, and he's doing all the right things. A great guy. Actually met his dad yesterday. He was coming on. I told my wife, "Hey, that's Halliburton's dad. He's about as famous as his son now."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, I hope Halliburton comes." I said, "He ain't coming up here in front of all these people. His dad can do it, but he isn't." But I hope he's healthy. And he's able to come back because that was a treat to watch the Pacers, what they did also.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even, this top draft, top 10 there, if they all can stay healthy, they're definitely making an impact in that first year. So, going into some of the other things that we might have going on, what are your guys' thoughts on the 5-year Division I? I mean, like adding that 5th year now. So is this what we should be doing? Is this what was happening already?
Shit, considering some cats was getting 7 and 8 years.
I know it. Yeah. I kind of think what they kind of did was it stopped, and I don't know if it will, but it kind of stopped like, okay, 5 years, that's it. You got 5 years regardless of how you do it. If you transfer, if you get in the port or whatever, it's 5 years. So you don't have to go to court or all the but I still think people that are going to ask for medical red shirts, and you know, all of that type of stuff. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, like I told JJ, for and maybe not the upper class, but I was like, I wish they had 5 years back when I was in college, because I could have got my master's for free. You know?
They had 5 years. That's what you do. Go for it, and then you would have graduated, say you was getting your master's.
Yeah, but you ain't get to play for 5 years.
But here
another sport.
Right.
Here recently, that 5th year though was that COVID year, right? So they were getting that. They were getting that 5th year for that because of the COVID season.
Yeah, and but they didn't do that with everybody, did they? They stopped after that.
Yeah, it stopped within the last
year
or something like that. But
but then, you know, you hear like those 5th year players down, you know, the IU, right? I mean, you talk about them, helping them win that championship, stuff like that. So I guess, you know, is there I guess a benefit to a kid coming in knowing that they got a 5-year already option? Does it help in the mindset of?
I don't know about benefit for the kid, because I think they already did. They already knew coming in. There was really nothing governing it. Right. I just think now, you know, again, and it's trying to put the toothpaste back into the tube. This is just something that they came up with to try to get it under control. Yeah. So I don't think it has anything to do with the kid. The kid already knew. I mean, they was transferred as many times as possible, and knowing what we know, using medical red shirts and everything else, sitting out a year and then come back. So now, as like I said, as we're trying to get some middle ground here, that's something that they just put in place.
And it stopped the coaches from all that finesse. Whereas, especially in football, hey, you can play, but if you play more than 3 games or whatever it was, then you can't be red shirt. So they may play a kid 2 games or 3 games, and then they won't play him again. So they're going to decide, hey, we may have to red shirt him. Now, it doesn't. Based on from my understanding, it doesn't matter if you play 3, 4, or 5. You got 5 years. You know. So, but they used to. There was all kind of ways to get by or get through on some of the things. That was kind of just amazing how they did it.
Man, I'm still mad. My Coastal Games play record got broke by a cat that played 7 years. I'm still mad. So yeah,
well, you should have been smart as he is about some
ways. An asterisk there.
Yeah.
Are we fighting for the asterisk though?
Hey, there you go.
So he was one of those ones he played those 3 games and said, hey, I get to sit out.
Something like that. You know, my guys, you know, people in the community, they call you. They'd be mad. But they was telling me he was in the military. He played a couple games. He did this. So like what you said.
He was a stay-home dad 1 year, right?
Hey, you know, it's like, man.
Those kids at a celebration.
And then you know, it's people that's played in high school, you know, since we've been coaching, and that's moved around, and look, they still got eligibility.
Man, hey, we getting into some stuff right there, because there's some. I mean, you got kids that in the 7th and 8th grades, like, you know what, I'm going to reclassify, and there's no justification for it.
Yeah.
But it's being allowed.
Bingo. Hey, you know what I heard? Hey, it's the funniest thing the other day. They said with all this going on, after LeBron retired from the NBA, he go back to college.
Hey, he hasn't gone yet.
Hey, like that. Think about it. You got guys going from the D League to why would he? Hey,
you know what? He probably could get away with that.
Think about it. Hey, that's something. Think about it.
Can you imagine that?
Somebody man be hilarious.
Hey, we got 48-year-old LeBron James at Ohio State.
College?
Yeah. Hey, J.R. Smith went back and played golf.
He played golf. He sure did.
He left the NBA, he played golf, went back to college.
Yeah,
so
went to
why
HBCU.
Now, did LeBron do any? Has he done any college work? He hasn't received any kind of
he came right out of
he has eligibility.
Yeah.
Well, no, I know he didn't. He didn't go.
Didn't play.
He went straight to the NBA. But I'm just talking about
if he had any credit,
nothing online.
classes,
No, he is not
in
line with anybody, to my knowledge.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
Wow.
I mean, if he wants to go get that
That's funny.
master's,
That
I mean,
would be hilarious.
I'm sure somebody will pay for it.
You know what? You know what? LeBron always does what he wants to do. I would
Well,
love to
he's
see
a
him do it.
trendsetter. I mean,
he could care less what people say about him. He
Yeah.
does what he wants to do, and I would almost applaud him if he did it.
Do you think he'll end up in Cleveland?
Hey, does he have any younger kids? He might want to get
wanna
into
play
the
with
university.
I want to play with my grandson.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, hey, my grandson going to go to Ohio
But,
State.
hey, but here's the thing, also,
I
Jay.
don't think so.
Remember, he was a heck of a football player.
Yeah, no question.
You know.
Yeah, but you get older.
I don't
Bruce.
think he's
he
coming
don't
back
want to
to
take those
that.
hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's coming back to that.
Yeah,
No.
but that's funny.
That is, man.
funny.
I got to laugh.
But it makes you think a little bit.
Bingo.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I know definitely. We probably. I'll just put this out there, and we can talk about this. As get a little bit more information, or like for the next show or something. But I definitely think we need to discuss the transfer situation. 79, just from the girls' side, 79 transfer requests have been just since the end of school.
Wow.
Just in the city of Fort Wayne, or
No,
whole state?
in the state.
Wow, that's still a lot, though.
Yeah, there's still a lot.
So you
There's
got
still a lot.
numbers, yeah.
So,
and I can only imagine what the boys are like. Just in Indianapolis.
yeah, that's just not not looking for
You
that
said before
information.
Wayne
But
got
it's,
that, we
Yeah,
ain't-
Fort Wayne. I heard
we got-
already a few.
yeah.
Fort Wayne.
yeah, there's
I
a
still
few.
ain't got my 6'5". Man, gosh, dang.
Man, you just slide me up.
Well, we gotta do more work, I guess,
I'm gonna
Coach.
find you one in Mississippi or
So,
somewhere.
I
gotta
got my
do more
boys
work.
calling. They're like, man, I know you got 6'4", 6'5".
Big
on the
Earn
south
don't got
side
any
of
more
town.
6'10" kids.
Man, hey, he up here. He told me to talk to Tracy. You gotta give somebody down here. I'm begging to please somebody.
Baby B on his way.
Yeah, a long time.
Well, I know that we want to make mention for all of those that are out there watching. We want to make mention that this Saturday, on the 27th, from 2 to 3:30, the Parents Network Activation Day is happening at 2826 South Calhoun Street. And I believe you can just show up. There is I don't know if there's an ability to pull this in, but there is a QR code there to scan if you need to register. But it's join parents, caregivers, grandparents, and family supporters for an inspiring 90-minute parent engagement and leadership session. So this Saturday, the 27th, from 2 to 3:30 at 2826 South Calhoun Street.
Is there a number to call on there also, maybe? No?
No, but you can go to ourneutralvoices.org.
Oh, okay.
Show up 2 to 3, 3:30. Yeah.
All right.
Be there.
And
Be
then do
square.
you want to...
As you always, remember to like, share, and subscribe to A.S.A.P, Academic, Sports, and Physiology.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us tonight, and good seeing you guys, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a good night.
Academics, sports and
They call
physiology.
you all kind of names, this and that, and then they come out
Study
in front of
life, we chase the dream.
the